After 11 people died and dozens were injured at the Lapu-Lapu Day Festival in East Vancouver, the Premier commissioned a review into the safety of community events.
Best practices that are applicable that can be used by community event organizers across the province to maximize safety.
That report is now public and confirmed while most events in British Columbia are safe, there are weaknesses. It makes 6 recommendations, including providing funding and training for smaller communities to do a more thorough job when it comes to safety and risk assessment.
We fully accept the intent of these recommendations. We're working closely with the partners out there with like event planners, municipalities, different levels of government, how best to make them work, implement them into realities and practice.
They did not accept the recommendations. They said they accepted the intent of the recommendations. So one has to look at this and say, you know, was it an exercise in futility? Was it just a knee-jerk political response to a crisis that we're facing right now?
There are templates that organizers can now use to do a more professional job, but the report specifically excludes discussion of the Lapu-Lapu Festival tragedy and the availability of mental health services.
It would have been great if the time and effort that was spent on this report was spent on the root cause, which is mental health.
The report authors applauded Vancouver's robust event planning system.
We review our security infrastructure all the time on an ongoing basis.
But point out with so many events around the province run and organized by volunteers, there has to be more support for them, especially as so-called hostile vehicle attacks are a growing threat around the world.
You can't plan on every single possibility, but you can actually take concrete steps to ensure that those events are going to be safer. And that's the
Penny joins us live. The key word is safer, because even the report acknowledged the only way to have zero risk is to not hold the event. So what is the likelihood these recommendations will be adopted, Penny?
It really depends, Mijung. Improving risk assessment, clarifying jurisdiction, better collaboration, and creating after-action reports are all very likely since there's no real associated costs and they're more policy-oriented. Creating a training program of some kind and providing targeted grants for safety, that could easily cost several $1 million, so that is very much up in the air, Mijung.
Okay, we'll follow and see if any of those things are actually adopted.
I will.
Thanks, Penny.